here are two examples of CDs that I sold in the last day or so on Amazon through Merchant Fulfilled. So I fulfilled the item, I listed it, I stored it, and then now that they've sold, I am going to ship them. So this is not FBA, Merchant Fulfilled or Fulfilled by Merchant, FBM. These are examples of CDs that I have had for quite a long time, that I listed quite a long time ago. These are long tail CDs or items. So this one here sold the most recently, told today. Excuse me. Wow. For $12 and change. I listed this in 2018. And this came from a CD or a Gaylord or pallet of CDs only that I purchased from a source that I've been purchasing from for very long, quite a few years, probably five years or so. So again, I listed it, sat for, what is that? I actually listed it early 2018. So it's been, 5 years that it's been sitting on my shelf and now it's sold. So that's a true long tail. A long tail item being something that, whether it's Amazon, whether it's eBay, excuse me, that takes a while to sell, but typically, not always, you want to have the long tails be worth more money. $12 and change is not a ton of money, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Let me show you real quick. This is a spreadsheet that I keep on my computer that enables me to track items that I have listed and then sold on Amazon. So Merchant Fulfilled, not FBA, Merchant Fulfilled. So these are items that I listed all the way back, as you can see, 2018, February. Well, I purchased them on the 15th of February, 2018. And at some point after I listed them, but they were listed in 2018. And all of the highlighted items have already sold. So only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items out of all of these have not sold. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of 19 items that I listed. I don't know why this one's empty here. So yeah, 14 of 19 items that I listed all the way back in 2018 have sold, including, is it that one? I bought an alligator. Where's that one? Wow. Sorry, my mistake. I actually deleted the one that I just showed you accidentally by mashing the buttons. So it was 20 items that sold, or that I listed, and 15 of them have sold. So yes, so the example of long tail, is it worth it to list items on Merchant Fulfilled or on Amazon through Fulfilled by Merchant and then have them take a long time? Well, depends on your patience that you have, depends on the amount of patience you have, depends on the storage you have, that kind of thing. But yeah, I would say so, considering that I have ended up selling the majority of these items, and I'm sure eventually I will sell off most of these too. And interestingly, these are the dates that they all sold. As you can see, most of them were in 2018 and 2019. Of course, this one, where is it? This one is the one that I just sold, 2023. But there's none others outside of beyond 2019. So most of these were not super long tail, just that one. And if any of the other ones sell as well. And these are what they sold for. It's quite a variety. But there's some nice sales in there, including a $31, $20, $45, $25, $16, $20, $15, and $20. So some nice sales in there for those. Now let's talk about this one, which is a celebration or a Sesame Street celebration. Jim Henson. This one sold for quite a bit more than the other one. It sold for $34.76. This one is even older. I listed it even longer ago in 2017. Let me show you on the computer. There we go. And there it is right here, a Sesame Street celebration. As you can see, less of these have sold. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that have not sold, but I have sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So more than 50%, maybe like 60% of them. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if any of these other ones sell. But this was a very long time ago, and some of these CDs I may not have or may not list today. As you know, things change a lot on Amazon with supply and demand and that type of thing and pricing. Again, this was the only one that sold recently. The rest of them were 2018 and all 2018 actually. And the prices really do vary. Aside from the one I just sold for almost 35 bucks, there's a $25 one, a $13 one, and the rest are under $10. But they did sell much quicker. And this also reminds me that some of these ones that haven't sold, quite possibly might not make sense to keep up there. That is something that I've been needing to do for a while, haven't done yet, is remove some of those. I also sold this book over the weekend on Amazon, fulfilled by merchant. I don't know exactly how much it sold for. And then this audiobook, English Girl, as well. These were not Longtails. This one is a little bit older, but this one is pretty new. I listed it pretty recently. I take that back. This is from 2019, which is Longtail. I mean, anything over a year, I would consider a Longtail for Amazon. And again, it just depends on how much patience you have, how much storage you have, how long you plan on reselling on Amazon. This could be eBay as well, of course, Longtail items. But some items just take a while to sell for a variety of reasons. And this is what, 2019, so we're talking 1, 2, 3 plus years until that one sold. So that is a Longtail as well. So 3 of the 4 that I sold over the weekend were Longtails. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel, I'm Andrew from 510 Books. Make sure and subscribe. Leave a comment, any questions you have. I've been vlogging or posting videos on YouTube about my reselling journey, which started, almost, close to 9 years, 8.5 years ago, since probably 2016. So I talk a lot about the things that have to do with reselling books and media on Amazon, on eBay, and in my store, which I have in Southern California store, where I sell books and media as well. I'm open every week, 3 days a week. So anyway, back to the topic of this video, which is Longtail items on Amazon through Fulfilled by Merchant or Merchant Fulfilled. If you're going to do it, it's a great way. If you're going to do it, I suggest, of course, always look for items where you have profit. That's the bottom line, right? Whatever that profit minimum is for you. Maybe it's $3 an item, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 20. Wherever you are, just of course look for profit, and it looks like it's actually going to sell eventually. If it's a Longtail item, I recommend having more profit built in, because of course, if it's going to sit around and take up space, physical, precious shelf space, you want there to be a decent profit when it eventually does sell, whether it's 6 months to a year from now, or 5 years, or 7 years. So that is a suggestion that I would give you. The more items you list, of course, the bigger your inventory is, the more you sell. And whether it's faster selling items, medium selling items, or Longtail items, the more Longtail items I have, the more I sell of them. Every week I'm selling items that I have listed over a year ago on Amazon. I checked my account. I have only 590 Fulfilled by Merchant items currently live on my Amazon account, which is not that many. And I have probably half of those, if not more, are CDs, and CDs don't take up that much space. That's another benefit of being able to sell music on Amazon and have access to CDs, is that you don't need that much space. You could do it have space in your garage. You could list hundreds. You could probably have several thousand just across the wall of a garage, or the wall of an extra room in your house or basement, or whatever your setup is. Even if you're in an apartment, you could have 1,000 CDs for sale on Amazon and be getting daily sales and all of that. Not even talking about, of course, repricing and all of those strategies, but just having a larger inventory and not having to have so much or use so much shelf space for those items. If I had double the amount on Amazon that I have right now, or Merchant Fulfilled, of course, I would sell a lot more. And when I come across items, like I have, where are they? Somewhere here. I don't know where I put them. Oh, they're over here. Let me show you. I have these CDs that I just not just sourced, but I just scanned and priced out for Amazon, 8 or so of them that I plan on listing for merchant fulfilled or fulfilled by merchant. And so as I find those, of course, I bring them home and I list them, you know, but I'm not always finding stuff that makes sense for Amazon. I try to put a lot of stuff in my store. I prefer to sell a lot of things in my store as my store grows, and it's doing that weekly. More people find it. And that's always preferable to me, but certain items that I know are unlikely to sell anytime soon in my store, especially CDs that take up a little bit of space, I will put them on Amazon if there is a good amount of profit there. And it looks like I have a chance of selling it. But I do recommend, if you're going to have a lot of long tails, you just got to have, you know, the more the better, basically. The more you're going to sell, the more often you will see long tails coming in. Of course, the longer you do it, after you've been listing and selling on Amazon for a year, let's say, you're going to start seeing some of those longer tails selling. Other things come into play, like price and how often, if at all, you're going to reprice either automatically or manually. And of course, the competition, the supply and demand fluctuates, but you might be the only one on a listing, and then suddenly someone comes on and they drop the price dramatically. There might be 2 people on a listing and they're selling their item for $99.99, and it doesn't seem to make sense. So you drop yours to $30, $40, which I've done a lot, and then you sell it pretty quickly, even though it has a high sales rank. So there's a lot of things to consider, but those are my ideas about long tail selling on Amazon. Again, you can do this, or long tail selling on Amazon. You can do this can be with books, it can be with anything, but for me, it would be books, CDs, some audiobooks. That's pretty much all I have, all that I have put up or have on Amazon right now. I don't do video games. I don't do records. Those go in my store. And records, typically I'll put on eBay if it's a really high priced record. But anyway, side note. So yeah, so long tail, the more you put out there, or the more you list, the more you sell. And it's likely that you're going to see more of those longer tails selling the more you have. Now, of course, you want to have quicker selling items inventory as well. But if that's not what you're coming across, then that's just how it is, right? So a diverse inventory is great for selling multiple items, or however many you want to be selling a day. If you have items that have a low sales rank, CDs or books, of course, they're going to sell quicker. But these long tails are really nice because it kind of fills in the space and adds to the quicker selling items or your inventory and to your profit, you know, daily on Amazon. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe. Take care.